Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Of course, it is that day of the week we call Tuesday, and of course, Wednesday. Yes, sorry, wrong day. Anyway, of course, today is Wednesday, and of course, we have our live stream tonight at 7 o'clock as well. We had a pretty good live stream last night. We had a lot of people on here, a lot of content as well. A lot of people enjoyed the show. It was pretty long. A little bit of real world news, a little Warcraft, general chat. How you doing, Oral? Thank you very much for sharing out. And I was trying to set up donation alerts. I didn't set it up yet, but I'm working on it right now. So, main donations, chat, no phone, and what in the heck? For some reason, I'm not getting that on the screen. I don't know what is going on. Viewership is increasing, yes. Unfortunately, where is the stream chat lab? Did I get this thing so confused that it doesn't even recognize what my captions, my chat? Where's my chat? Hey, where is my restream chat saying? They must be having some problems or something with the restream chat because it's not working. So let me copy this link for right now. So we're not gonna at least, because I don't know what's going on with the other chat program, but it's not showing me the So let me use YouTube's chat. Oh, there it goes. Hi, Dibbleclees, how you doing? My message has been initializing. Oh, thank God. Well, last night we certainly did reach out to a lot of people and a lot of content. I was playing around with donation alerts this morning and donor alerts. My biggest problem with donor alerts is it's not as simple as you may think. And the reason I say that is because trying to set it up and doing their test media sharing was just absolutely to join panel link. Yeah, okay, we're gonna share the normal stuff like we always do. Morning panel link. You might as well want to bookmark this link because we do use this one pretty much most of the time. There is very few reasons why we wouldn't. But this is not that time. So 30 more seconds of ad left. Okay. Skippable ads are really the best way to go, I have to admit. But it seems that those pay the most is the skippable ads. The non-skippable ads don't pay much revenue. Go figure that one out. Why is it that the non-skippable ads, average 15-second spots, pay the least, despite the fact is more than likely is going to be the one that is going to be seen by more people? Who thought? Who would have thought? I'm thinking it's getting close to that time. I might want to consider getting one of those lifestyle lifts. Yeah, I know. I'm corpulent. I'm big. I'm quite pudgy in my own time. Yeah. But, just right now, I'm just playing around with the camera. So anyway, like I said, I was experimenting today with different tools. Let's see. What it look like behind the scenes? Yeah. So anyway, I was experimenting with donut alerts this morning, and I realized I had a problem. I couldn't get the stupid thing to shut up. When you were starting a video or pausing a video, when it was start a media link, you couldn't pause it. So, what I don't know is how Rosie sets it up. For when she wants to turn it on, and how to turn it off when she's done dealing with it. So I don't. It sounds like it. It's either on or off. I don't know. I just try, to figure out how to make it work. But I'm not sure if it's really gonna work for us. I know that Nightbot has a tool for that too in media sharing. And since I'm already set for Nightbot, maybe it might make sense to use the Nightbot one instead. How you doing, man? Because, just getting ahead. How you doing, Red? So we had a lot of people. We are up to 1,111 subs. That's good, Gabe. How you doing? I had a solution to one of the questions that people asked about. Is the titles. Is some of the stuff that we covered last night. We covered so many different things, from playing World of Warcraft, public test release, to the other things. Okay. Pretty Crusade Classic with Wafer and Super Volcano News, the Yellowstone, a little bit of the La Palma volcano, and so we covered a lot of that stuff in last night's stream. And I said to myself, like I said, when you get streams just long to meander, well, why not have a table of contents? Then people can go right to that section that interests them. Hear MicheleMarieDalene talk about her and overcoming challenges. Oh, that's okay. That's easy enough to do. Let's see. What's the first challenge? The one I was born with. Actually, one of two. Eyesight. I was confirmed at 5 years old to be registered blind in the United States. We call that legally blind, which actually is registered blind. My vision sucks. At that time, my right eye was the dominant eye. It was the stronger of the two. And the vision is 2400. I did have contact lenses at one time in high school, which did help some. But no, yeah, cataract in the right eye, so my left eye is doing all the work. That's why you'll notice, if you look at the chat screen, you'll see that I have the computer screen on my left side, and my camera I'm looking at you is on the right side. And it's because the left side is how I'm seeing the chat, with the left eye. She also liked the phone calls, and she likes your topics and how you stay focused on your subjects. Yeah, right. I try, but doesn't mean I'm always successful. Okay, now let me get back to what I was trying to explain. So, as I said, I've never had 20/20 vision. Never will. Never did. Even with my contact lenses, my vision was only 2100 at best. Okay, which is still pretty much legally blind. And my field of view is very limited. It's only like well, let's see, right here. It's about 45 degrees, which isn't really too limited. But I was mainstreamed to regular school. I didn't go to special school or anything. I just basically had assistants, people like teachers that would help me, or teachers' aides that would help me to do the coursework. The classes I liked in school, which would have made it harder for me with my eyesight, was sciences. I love the sciences, and technology. I was one of the few registered blind individuals in high school to take metal shop and wood shop. I learned how to weld, which makes sense when you can't see anyway, right? Putting a face mask over yourself to shield yourself from the arc welding kind of makes sense. You're already blind, so what's the difference? Just make sure you get the probe on the metal and not on something you don't want to arc weld, okay? And I also enjoyed art, and I enjoyed literature, and I loved to read. But as I got older, I started getting problems with my right eye. I got a cataract in my right eye. Started about 40 years old. It started to form. And so we used the CanC eye drops to help keep the cataract out of my left eye, which has been kind of a nip and tuck thing. It's not really like totally out of my left eye. I do have a cataract in my left eye. It's just not as big of a problem as long as I keep doing my eye drops as I'm supposed to. It should keep the cataract at bay. The issue with my eyesight is severe nearsightedness. So I can see close up really good, but distance I can't see crap. And so that makes it harder to see things from a distance. I have always been that way, so I'm not afraid to ask advice or help, but sometimes I can't see the broadside of a barn. Then that's not a cliche in my case, okay? I really can't. So then, as I got older, as in my family, we have hearing loss problems that started out. By the time I was 14, my hearing started to go bad. And it's progressive, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the time I'm, 90 years old, I'll be profoundly deaf. This is the reality of the family things. A lot of my family also are morbidly obese. There's not too many skinny members of my family. My sister died a couple years ago, 2018, I believe, from a heart attack. She was overweight too. She was younger than me. She was born a few years after me. So she left behind a husband and many of her own children from him, and as well as taking care of his children from his last marriage prior to her marriage with him. But it's about me, not her. So I also am extremely intelligent, even though I have eyesight problems. I still keep up with the sciences and technology. I also learned how to read Braille. And one of the things I would love to buy is a Braille display for this computer. so I would be able to read the chats with my braille display, which would be right in front of my keyboard, using a adjustable braille display, which would be nice. But as my hearing gets progressively worse, hearing aids it's not working. Would not work for me. Yeah, well, that's just the nature of the draw, Brad. You can't help that. It just happens. But it ain't all bad because, first of all, since I never had a car, never had a chance to learn to drive, it's kind of like the Beatles song "Help." There, you start to realize that sometimes you need to get assistance to do things, and so. Then on December 6, 2000, actually prior to that, but not 2 months before that, around I've always had actually problem walking as a kid too. Believe it or not, it's not a new problem. But it got progressively worse when I got older too. My walking ability was starting to become more and more limited, and so because apparently I also had knee braces as a child. My mom said I never really remember the knee braces, but I do remember that I used to fall a lot as a kid because something was wrong with my legs, particularly my left leg and hip. And so what happens is that around my 30s, I started getting osteoarthritis in my left leg, in my kneecap. Yeah, the same one that snapped in half. Okay, so that was excruciating then, and I still had to hobble up and down the stairs. So when my kneecap finally snapped in half, well, that solved the arthritis problem. It doesn't hurt anymore. It didn't solve the walking problem, which made it more frustrating, but I'm still here. I'm still moving. I'm still walking under my own power every day. But being I'm a Virgo anyway, I'm also very, very driven to excel and succeed regardless of my abilities. To keep trying to reach for the brass ring. I know that there's a lot of people with my type of disabilities that kind of give up and start to become withdrawn. Don't consider themselves able to do anything. Yeah, I've always been out there trying to do things. Oh, your knee break? I would say being that's the newest one that's taken the longest to get used to. But even that didn't stop me because, 2 years later, I'm still walking around Winston and I'm still doing things, even if it's with a walker and my knee brace. I'm still doing things in town. I'm still active. I think realistically, because of what I do with computers, I think my eyesight is my biggest hurdle. My hearing don't help either, especially with the phone calls. And that's one of the reasons I don't really like doing phone calls too much, is because my hearing loss really, really becomes complicated. But I still love trying to reach out to people and communicate. So, hearing loss or not, I still like to talk to people in public. I still enjoy talking to people. How you doing, the Greekster? You want to come on the panel today? Right now we're talking about disabilities. Why don't you come on the panel today? Okay. So, agree to come on the panel? Say hello to everybody. The ears help. A little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, he's working today. So, maybe on Saturday we can get you on here. If you're not working on Saturday, Griggy. Would like to try to get you on the show again. I enjoy how you always try, Michelle. I wish I could say the same for. Well, his childhood and my childhood were a little bit different. Okay, first of all, well, there were some similarities between the two. My childhood wasn't exactly rosy. It was a time of dealing with a father who had basically become overworked, overwhelmed by a Virgo mother screaming at him constantly to try to keep driving himself to excel. And he's a Libra, and he was trying his best. And frankly, he just couldn't make it. I mean, he couldn't cut it, okay? And her constantly perpetual nagging didn't help. So he started drinking heavily, a lot of beer, alcohol. Parents used to scream about bills all the time. My mom is money oriented even more than me. And so finally, in 1976 on his own, he said to my mom, he said, you know what? This ain't working. Okay? He said, we gotta find a better way of dealing with this problem. And he already went to AA and Al-Anon and other programs to quit drinking, but that didn't really do anything for him. So he started creating his own program, which was basically I quit cold turkey. And that was hard for him. But yet, the fact is that he took that opportunity and decided to quit. To me, that was one of the most important things my dad did, and I gave, as far as I was concerned, I gave him a lot of street cred. The fact is that he took the initiative to quit and not blame anyone else for his flaws or failures. When he died in the end of his life with cancers, and yeah, you would think that's when you would be hitting the bottle knowing you're terminal anyway. No. He stayed sober since 1976-77. He never got back to it. And at the same time, actually a little bit before that, I made a commitment never to get into alcohol, and never get into the drinking problem. And so at 7 years old, I made a commitment because after I saw what alcohol was doing to my father and how it turned him into a Mr. Hyde, I just said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I don't want to ever get into that kind of situation where I can't. So people don't know if you're going to be nice or nasty. Be consistent. I said, I'm not going to drink to that level. And I never did. Which is amazing because my family is all predisposed alcoholics. My brother was an alcoholic for a while until he sobered up. My sister was an alcoholic until she passed away. I was the only one that made the commitment not to develop an alcohol problem. And so, unfortunately, I have a problem with another one. The same one my sister has. Food. We love food. We eat a lot of food. And sometimes we eat too much food. Yes, Overeaters Anonymous, I admit I have a problem, and food has become a control of my life. Absolutely. No doubt. So I try to cut back, watch more what I'm eating. Greekster says my mom was an alcoholic, and I committed not to drink after seeing her as well. Yeah. Yeah, my sister passed away. Yeah. She was a Capricorn. She died of a heart attack. And it's funny because she was an emergency medical technician, so she was aware of the signs of a heart attack. And when she finally asked her husband to notify the local emergency services, it was too late. And when it finally got to her. Yeah, it does. So, anyway, as far as what I'm doing in my current lifetime, meaning since 2000. The Battle of the Bulge has not been a new fight for me at all. I have always had a weight problem, and so I basically, even as a child, was always trying to control my eating habits and not to go crazy on junk food and stuff like that. The reason was because one of the things that my pediatrician told my mother, which I don't know if it's entirely true, but it certainly may have been possibly a good thing, was he told my mom, keep Michelle away from refined sugar, please. Because it makes her hyper, makes her go crazy, and you don't want to be around her when she's crazy. It's almost as bad as alcoholism. So my mom did just that. We kept away from the sweeteners and sweets and all this thing like that, except for once a little bit during the holidays. Unfortunately, when I moved out on my own, guess what? That's exactly what I did. I hate the sweets, I hate the junk food, and then of course I blew up. That's just no, refined sugar can also do some really terrible things on your weight. So it's not good for you. By the way, I want to cover one more thing. Since we mentioned about these live streams can get so long, is we did this last name a little bit for the last stream. Is that what if you have a table of contents in the videos so that you know exactly when the videos start? So you know when the videos start at like like first 10 minutes, like was the intro, and then at 2 hours, 54 minutes, and some seconds, we had the discussion on super volcanoes, and so I'm thinking, and then of course, is what if we broke the live stream down to table of contents? This way, I know it's a lot of work, but I mean, this way we can go back and say, okay, so we talked about this at this time and this at this time, and then you can just fast forward to those timestamps and catch those pieces. I see that feature being used more and more on videos. I wonder how that would work for the live stream. That way you can get right to the juicy bits and skip all the rest of the dross that doesn't interest you. I'm wondering if that would be a better choice. Brian K., I already just explained it to you. The reason we don't have a topic for the live stream strictly is because they're so long and that it's easier to have a generic title, but then, like I said, the table contents idea would work out wonderful because then we can break the streams down into like subsections. So that way, so if you want to watch the section on Super Volcano, you would just go to Super Volcano timestamp and boom, there it is. If you want to watch the World of Warcraft gameplay in the public test release, boop, there it is. You want to see the introduction, start of the show, boop, there it is. And that way you can catch the sections that interest you the most. Yeah, I know they do. I know they like my topics. And I like the freeform style too because there's no rigid format to it. In fact, one thing that people do not like me to talk about is the money part of things, but I'm going to briefly break it up. Thanks to the donations of you guys, we are going to more than likely get some new things for the studio this month. And we, one of the things is I wanted to get was the new video card with the EFI boot ROM. So, I'll just say is that there's, right now it looks like there's estimated income of since they didn't pay me in September because it was only 86, they didn't pay me October, November they should be paying me, and it's gonna be close to about almost $300. 222, and most of it is donations. Most of it is donations. People ask me who pays more. The donations do. I already said that. Brian K says, I think you should pick an ancient civilization or similar topics to discuss for each stream for a month. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we talk about? Well, let's say we talk about World of Warcraft. I'm not going to go too much into that, but some people pointed out that they don't like the new Exile Reach system, and I think Exile's Reach is pretty interesting. Have it be mythical creatures for another month. We can talk also, and I would like to cover this briefly about the afterlife, because of the fact is that me and Lomi have written our life chart for the next life. We're not coming back to Earth again, and we asked Mother God if we could go to anywhere else, and I said, well, is there really the Cinderai? And she says, yeah, they really do exist on another planet. And I said, well, can I become a Cinderai in my next life? And she says, sure. Why not? You could be a Cinderai if that's what you want. It's going to be a whole new learning experience for you. The history of WoW, that'd be interesting. I haven't quite figured out all the mythical history of WoW. I know it started out originally as a card game. And then eventually as computers got better and better, it became from a single player to a multiplayer game as we have it now. I don't know. I haven't checked today's news. I will have to look at that and try to find some news for tonight. But I did see something that Ron DeSantis is suing the Biden administration about dumping illegals in Florida without his permission. To suggest, but ultimately I think the show host and audience is so one of a kind that the way it will grow will be as unique and new. Yeah, I agree with that. But that's what YouTube likes. I mean, YouTube is looking for the unique and the new, the things that they can market to advertisers, and that's what YouTube wants. Nice hairy ear. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that hair get stalled up on my ears. Absolutely they do. But just like I said, that's what YouTube likes. They want content that's unique. They want content that is not cookie cutter. Me too. Got to be the same as everybody else. And I do my best to provide YouTube with that. And that they get a chance to see something that is going to be different. And as we all know, what the ETs that are coming in the future is their governments are finally beginning to say is ETs are indeed real, or at least apparently they are. That probably one of the people that is going to probably provide a little more of a comfort for you guys, because you're going to be used to seeing things that are different, and that makes a difference. People do notice that. You know, that I tend to be a little bit on the fringe. They rather push mainstream stuff sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes YouTube has a habit of burying the mainstream stuff too. They do seem to be a little bit apprehensive to people who are a more conservative audience. I am a moderate Republican. I can look at things from both sides of the coin, and from both the Republican and the Democrat perspective. But I'm not a far right conservative, and I'm certainly not a far left liberal. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of like, okay, well maybe the liberals get some things right as ideas, but maybe we shouldn't go past a certain point. And that's where the moderate comes in. Remember, Virgo is a mutable earth sign, which means that we are willing to change with the times as needed. Unlike a Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign that doesn't, it's a Taurus. He's not likely to want to change his way. Fire. What is it? A little fire? Yeah, it's a little fire. Krell says they're going to push mainstream. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near us on the fringe. Well, for YouTube, you're always kind of pushing the envelope one way or another, because YouTube doesn't. I don't know. YouTube is kind of a paradox. In one sense, they want you to express yourself. Next thing you know is go fuck yourself. If you go too far out on expressing yourself, YouTube tends to get a little bit vexed. Yeah, I'm sure. By the way, do you like food too? Because Ed loves to eat. I'll tell you that. Ed loves to eat. He's a true foodie. He makes 3 meals and calls it dinner. He's always stuffing his face. I gotta stay away from the chocolate. The ice cream. I gotta stay away from the cheese. It's really a sin when you got a convenience store right downstairs and you're like, oh, okay, I want some chocolate. No problem. We got food stamps. Yeah. I guess that means I'll always be a Pisces, huh? Behind the fringe. It's cool. If you ever go to the emojis, if I wanted to look at one, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. If I can find my Virgo sign. Here it is. Yay! God! And here's Taurus. Okay, so Ed's a Taurus, so kind of funny that different colors, right? Virgo and Taurus. Alright. Virgo and Taurus usually are very compatible with each other, by the way. Both are signs, both are dedicated to the home life. Both are pretty much homebodies. But I do get some Sag in my chart, so I do like getting out a little bit. Yeah. But, I mean, Scorpio. Oh my god, Scorpio. Poor old Pop, right? And Monica, same thing. She's a Scorpio, too. Scorpio is just scary. I don't know. Some people say Gemini is scary. I don't think Gemini is scary. We had Geminis here, too. Yep, Pisces. Yep, I know, Josephine, you're Pisces. I get it. Been studying the tarot and stuff now for since 2019. When I was holed at Patty's house on the couch because I couldn't physically move around much. It was just me and my cell phone, just watching videos, astrology videos, tarot videos. And, Yeah, he's a younger Pisces. He's a younger Scorpio guy. You know, young Scorpio guys have hard times. Once you reach a certain age with Scorpio, you usually kind of mellow out a bit. He hasn't reached that point. Michelle could go through her natal chart with us one day and help explain sun and moon signs or what it means when something is one or the other in a certain house. Not really. I'm actually working on that. Because here's the funny thing. Because this part totally blows everybody's mind. Okay, I am born in February, so I am technically an Aquarius. Okay? However, when I look up the Aquarian traits, I don't have any of them. And when except one trait, I'm in the science fiction fantasy. Okay, it's totally what I got. And I took an online test that says, "What is your real sign?" And it came out Virgo. It was like, okay, that makes sense because I got 3 Virgos in my chart here. And so I was like, okay, I'll take Virgo. I like Virgo. Virgos are cool. A little bit picky, but we're cool overall, you know. Yeah, Virgo moon. Well, my moon is in Leo, which means you're kind of like a Virgo, like in secret kind of thing. In other words, you're a latent Virgo. I'm surrounded by Virgos. Well, probably you got a lot. You hang out a lot with Virgos. Pisces and Virgos are actually 108 under the old system of the 12 signs. Virgo and Pisces are 180 degrees different from each other. On the chart is when it's shown as a disc. Okay. If you go by the new system, the 13 sign one, I'm actually supposed to be a Capricorn. Like what? I don't think so. My sister's a Capricorn. She's no fun. She was always worried about money, even more than me. I was born under a Virgo. Yeah. So I mean, the point is that the astrology charts are kind of interesting. Yeah, I forgot what the quiz was. I think I posted that in one of the community tabs, the quiz that you can take for that. Let's see if I can find that. It was one of the early posts I did on my community tab. Let's see if I can find that link and I can post it here. And it's a quiz. It's like one of those Quizilla quizzes. It's not really ridiculously long, but it's kind of interesting. Morning show. No, let's see. AM 1610 program. Oh, can I see all mine? I don't have a ton of alerts. Let's see. Shows canceled today. Morning shows canceled today. Wow, I did post a lot of them. I didn't know that. Alright, so let's see if I can find it back here. No one wants to have telling them messed up times. Okay, interesting viewpoint. What the show main channel is about. Latest news, information, new comments. That's a video. Some of the topics I watch. How much of the world. Okay, I'm trying to find this thing here. I'm considering adding new videos to this page. Something to think about. Anyone feel I'm like moving? Watch this short video. Quick video on apartments. Which video and Virgo? Another tasty treat. The original Bella Snow Teen comes home. Welcome back into time. The 70s house. Oh yeah. I'm trying to find the video here. I'm looking at my community tab here to find the posts. Latest info, new stimulus check. Just a reminder of what the main point of the channel is. Well, worth a watch. Predictions. Interesting viewpoint. Oh, I don't know where it is right now. But anyway, I mentioned a quick video on Aquarius, something to think about. And I can't find it right now. But I did share. That's what I mentioned about the World of Warcraft. When I got my wings and fell 3 times, that's kind of funny. I got the green screen dialed in, the chroma key setups information. Just wanted to give a thanks to all those who helped my channel grow, which is still a very valid point. I want to thank you guys for all that. 2-second game. I'll look at the quiz up for you guys. You can determine what your real sign is. It's really, really simple quiz. I don't know where it is right now, but it's in here. Oh, is that a bigger commercial or something? It's in here. It's in here. I have to look it up. You can find it on Google because I found it on Google. It's a real simple quiz you can do. It doesn't take long. It's like they ask you a couple questions and then it'll determine your sign. Mommy took it and she is definitely an Aquarius, which makes sense, I guess. Oh, come on. Give me a break. YouTube, do you always do this to people? Why would they always give me a stupid yellow dollar sign? Never ask them why, they just do. Alright, so I request a review. There we go. So YouTube does this to me every time. I'm not even talking about anything nasty that was not good. Yellow dollar sign. How you doing, Tiger Kitty? My son is Taurus. And the time I was born, the moon was moving from Aries to Taurus, so both sun and moon are Taurus. Okay. Let me see if I can find that quiz for you guys. Let me see if I can find that here on Google here. Okay. Quiz. What is your I know I found it here. What is your zodiac sign? Personality quiz. Zodiac quizzes on BuzzFeed. Can we guess your zodiac sign? Oh, that's one from Brainfall. Okay, let's take this together. Why not? Let's go ahead and take this quiz together. Because this is not the one I originally took, but let's just take this quiz. Let me get to the screen on the screen so you can see. Window capture. Let's go to. There's so many quizzes you can try any of these quizzes. They're all out there. So let's try this quiz here. What zodiac sign am I really? What zodiac sign am I really? Doesn't mean it's gonna be literal. Okay. You're gonna take the quiz or you're gonna. Okay, there's the quiz. Alright, let's see. Let's start this quiz and see what happens here. What role do you usually take on in your friends group? The mom friend, the leader, the practical friend, the peacekeeper. I'm gonna have to say I tend to lead more than anything. It's always been that way. So let's see here. You have a major project, schoolwork. What is your approach? Straightforward and direct. I don't want to complicate things. Try to make stress-free as possible. Make sure that anyone I'm working with feels comfortable positively about ideas. I just buckle down and do the work. Yeah. So this is a different quiz. Let's see what happens. What should these 2 words describe your personality best? Hardworking, nurturing, definitely hardworking. Okay. Your friends are fighting with you. Help them talk it out. Okay. Which of these weaknesses do you possess? I overthink things. Okay. You caused a fight with someone, what do you do? Fighting, don't fight. I was just being stubborn. Okay. What did you do? What different strengths do you possess? I'm optimistic. I'm compassionate. I'm passionate. Um. Oh, I am optimistic. At least I try to be. Doesn't mean I am, but okay. So let's see. What's a pet peeve when people are unnecessarily mean? When things are getting overly complicated? When things are not up to my standard? Um, Definitely. I'm picky about that. It's why the studio is the way it is. What is personal traits that you find important in friends? Decisiveness, flexibility, directness, or empathy? Decisiveness or directness? I'm gonna say decisiveness. It's kind of a toss up there because it's actually I would go for both. What do you? What are you like around new people? Sweet but a little reserved, kind of direct. Uh, right. All right. So almost done. Click to get your result. Okay. Take survey. Almost done. What? Please indicate your age and gender. 45 to 54. Female. That's easy enough. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Told you. Here we go. Right there on the screen. No excuse. Here is the link to it. I'm going to get you the link to it so you can take this quiz yourself. I'm going to copy this link and you guys can check it out yourself. Absolutely. Take this quiz. Okay. Take this quiz to find out your real sign. Alright, so take that quiz to find out your real sign. It'll be interesting to see the result. Good morning, Red. How you doing, Tiger Kitty? Tiger Kitty, I gotta see you take that quiz. I really do. I think that would be fun to see you take that quiz. Really, check it out. I need to make up. How you doing, Metal Kitty? Oh, yeah. Just, yep. Definitely picky. I'm a Gemini. Okay. Well, what does the quiz say you are? Click on the link above and find out. I love to hear what your sign says you are, Tiger Kitty. Yep. Get that coffee. Oh, I drink old coffee. I guess it's already sitting in the kettle, so I just drink it cold. So, I get to see my mom going, eek! I didn't know I gave birth to a Virgo. Too bad. That is the second test I done that said the same thing. See, you can take all the tests you want. Okay. It's gonna, if the quizzes are written properly, using the proper information and data sets, they should be pretty consistent. My mom was a real nitpicky person when the house cleaning. Definitely. I actually am. I am kind of picky about house cleaning. It's just that when my eyesight is kind of easy to kind of just miss stuff. So if I can't see it, I don't worry about it, which is pretty easy to do. Michelle, have you noticed every time Ed comes on panel, he always apologizes? If he didn't act up, he wouldn't need to do that every time. Yeah, I know. I gotta get on that quiz. I gotta see how he does on that quiz. I think that'd be hilarious to see his answer. Cold fronts are coming in. Yep. Speaking of weather, let's get that. What is the weather in Winsted, Connecticut?
It's currently partly cloudy and 13 degrees in Winsted, Connecticut.
13 degrees. It's going to be cooling down. It's not right away for us, but it's going to be cooling down. Here's the details today. Expect the high is 14 and low of 4. Thursday, 10% chance of precipitation, a high of 12 below -1. Friday, 100% chance of rain, high of 15 and low of 6. Saturday, 50% chance of rain with mostly cloudy, high of 12 below of 1. Sunday, 10% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, high of 8, a low of -1. Monday, 20% chance of precipitation, cloudy, a high of 7, a low of -1. Tuesday, 10% chance of precipitation, partly sunny, high of 7, a low of -2. Wednesday, 10% chance of precipitation, a high of 9, a low of -2. Thursday, 10% chance of rain, high and mostly cloudy, a high of 13, a low of 1. And Friday, 20% chance of rain, a high of 7, a low of 0, with mostly cloudy skies. So that gives you the idea of the weather for the next few days. It was warm last night, yeah. 13 degrees Celsius. Yep. Almost all forecasts are in metric, so you can always. Going to the kitchen? Nah. I'm not going to the soup kitchen. We got food here, so. We bought so much food for the house, so we don't have to go to the soup kitchen. We have food here. No, that sounds weird, closed captions. Is I have food here, not they have food here. That is not even grammatically correct. Yeah. Plus, I got food stamps left. Ed has food stamps left. Skynet wants to come on. Let's get him on. Let's see, where's the speakers? There it is. Okay, get the cans on. Good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. I got big news. I can't really stay too long, but I wanted to let you know that Kyle Rittenhouse has taken the stand, and they're asking him questions right now.
Okay.
I just tuned in and saw that, and I was all like, "Oh shit! I wonder if Michelle is live." I thought I would let you know. It's big news.
Okay.
I didn't think they were gonna put him. I didn't think they were gonna put him on the stand because it was pretty open and shut. But I guess they're gonna really open and shut it. I mean, hopefully he doesn't stumble and trip again.
Yeah. Well, I think if anything, all it's going to do is he's going to give him a chance for him to explain his side of the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be found guilty, personally. If they do, they might be just as, bad precedent if they find him guilty for trying to protect himself against other people.
Yeah, that sets a really bad precedent.
Yeah.
How you doing though?
Doing okay.
Yeah, that's good.
By the way,
How's that
I
doing?
showed an online quiz online that you can take to determine your real zodiac sign. I mentioned I took one of
Oh
those
yeah.
quizzes before, and so I took another one from another company, and it said the same thing, that I'm a Virgo, which makes sense. So that was kind of cool.
So basically, you're a Virgo.
Yep.
Oh hey, Metal Kitty and Krell. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't have put him on the stand, but I guess they're really trying to fucking show the world, like this kid wasn't a bad kid. He didn't go there. He's not a white supremacist. He's not a racist. I mean, the guy wanted to be a cop. He
Hey,
was
there's
only
Yanni.
17 at the time. You know. But yeah, love you guys. Michelle, you doing a night show tonight? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
we
Wednesday,
are.
right? Hell yeah!
And we have a
Hell yeah!
solution to one of the questions that keeps coming up about the uh, Dono alert thing. Is I believe Nightbot also has the ability to play music requests too, but I don't know how that one works. But I did try setting up donation alert here, and
What are you gonna set the minimum amount? You're gonna put like a dollar, right, or like 50 cents, or
right. And you can even
yeah,
set
don't.
the minimum number of views in your stream to which the guideline's going to be. So,
Okay.
as like I said, I'm playing with it off site. Because I
So it's
have to
basically gonna be like Michelle's jukebox. You put in a dollar and you get to play a song.
something like that. I'm wondering if we should probably put that on the other channel, but we don't do anything on the other channel. So, like last night's stream got a music sharing restriction, which wasn't so bad from Ed's um, playing some free to use music on YouTube and his slot card track video. At least the viewer was the company was willing to share a revenue. I said, okay, fine, let's stick. And so
Oh, well, your chat likes the idea of a jukebox.
yeah, but during the live show, it might get a little distracting in some cases.
Right. We'll figure it out. I mean, these things they take time. You got to figure out how to make things work.
Yeah, but at least I did configure the software anyway.
Most people don't buy a home stereo and know how to set it up without reading the instructions.
Yeah. But the only thing is, I wish there was a way that I could actually find out ahead of time where I could say, play only music that allows copyright sharing. Then I would be like, okay, fine. Yeah, it does sound fun for some streams, but like for the when I'm playing like World of Warcraft and stuff, it gets a little more complicated. Now, by the way, I also said at the beginning of the stream, I'm wondering about using the table of contents feature to make table of contents to break the streams down into sections. So that way we have, like we did last night with the Super Volcano talk, I put that in the pinned comments when that started. But we could also break it down into more categories as well as in the description. For example, the introduction, playing the World of Warcraft PTR when that started doing that. When I played with Vaver on Burning Crusade Classic, things like that. To keep things
Yeah.
simple.
Oh man, all this censorship's getting me all upset.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're
Can't
not.
stand censorship, Michelle.
I don't really think it's fair that they're not letting people know the facts of what's going on out there. Right,
Yeah,
independent
there's a
stuff,
video
right.
game called Metal Gear Solid, Michelle, and I was reading in the news yesterday. This game is like 10 years, 30 years old. You know, it's an old game.
Yeah.
And in it, they've got like historical footage
For
of
World of
like,
Warcraft back when it was vanilla. Yeah.
oh, shit, I'm getting a phone call. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, anyway, one thing's obvious is did you know that World of Warcraft started out, like I said, as a card game, kind of like the Magic the Gathering kind of game? The early computers, they in the 1990s, they started working on porting it into a online game. Okay, no, but that would make sense. Rusty's here. Rusty the cat's here. Yeah. Get some tail action there. Alright, let me get him on the screen. We all like Rusty on camera, right? Yeah, we all do. So let's see if we can find him here. I gotta work on this better. Okay, gotta turn this thing on. I gotta enable this. Hold on, Rusty. I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it. Ah! Okay. So, here comes the cat. Takes over the entire desk with him. The big old furry thing. Rusty, I'm actually pretty warm as it is. Honestly, right now, you're making me sweat. Alright, so. That's Rusty. That's me. Yeah. Kittle cat. No, I'm not going to show your back end. Come on. Let's see the friend. Let me see the friendly part. Let me see the happy part. Let me see the happy face. Oh, he's giving the camera headbutts. He's gonna give you headbutts. He's giving all the audience headbutts. he's yeah, he's an old cat. You know, he's about 10 years old now, and so yeah, he's always slicks giving the camera. Do I hear meow? He does meow, but he doesn't meow very loudly. He's kind of softer meow. With me, he knows that most of the time he needs to communicate other ways because he knows I can't really hear him too well in most cases. Alright, Rusty, come on. Ah! I had to put the microphone up that high because of the cat. Alright. Oh. Ow. It was your mic. Yeah. he does meow. He has a deep meow. For real. Unfortunately, he's not exactly in the mood to vocalize right now. He's batting against the windscreen. I gotta get a new windscreen. This windscreen is beat up. So, come here. Oh, ow! You close. It cut into my boobs. All right. Skronk. Big cat. Big, large, furry, fuzzy cat. He still sheds. I get more cat hair in this part of the apartment than most people really think about. Alright. Come on, Rusty. No. Alright. Come on, get down. So, yeah, it's my mic. Let me see if I can lock this mic so it doesn't squonk. Oh, it's really tight. So, anyway, guys, the cool thing is we'll be live tonight at 7 o'clock. Might do kind of what we did yesterday, but this time I set up ESO. So we can play Elder Scrolls Online a little bit, so we can show you the difference between my Bikilla and Elder Scrolls Online versus my Bikilla and World of Warcraft. I think in ESO, Bikilla is a little more plain, but she's still quite a character in her own right. She would be equivalent to a mage. Westy! We're in World of Warcraft, she's a shadow priest. But come on, get down. Alright, so what's your problem? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. He's sitting right where the mic is. Hey, come on. Get down. So, as far as Rittenhouse goes, if anything, it really shouldn't even be a trial. Morrowind is the best Elder Scrolls game ever. That's the starting one. That's what I'm playing. Because I'm playing the free ESO. I'll show you my ESO game tonight. The only thing is, though, is with ESO, is you have to work the mouse or trackball and the keyboard at the same time. Or World of Warcraft, you can focus on either using the keyboard or using the mouse. So I thought I would again just briefly explain about how my trackball works. Let's see if we can get a close up of this. That's a little grubby. Alright, so it has. Try to show it to you guys as it is here. Okay, you got your trackball button here. So you move around. You have a button here. This is a scroll wheel button here, and a button here. because I moved this part and I don't have to slide the whole thing, it's much easier and much faster just to roll the wheel and get where I gotta go versus trying to move the whole mouse around. It's great for small desks or spaces like this, which you can see. Let me show you this desk real quick here. There's my trackball. There's my coffee cup. There's my keyboard slid underneath here, and then of course this is the phone switch, which we're not using right now. Monitor and mixing board that does all the sound system controls here. Secondary microphone for guests and things like that. Then we have another camera. I don't know where it went to. I think it's on the floor. Obviously, yeah. So the other camera. Let's get unplugged. This plugs right into the back here. Rusty knocked it off the screen. So, let's see. I've really sequenced that. And I went back on this camera here. Let me switch this camera back over to the other one. Settings. Video. Change it back to TV converter, OBS, MCam. Okay. It's just a lot of cameras in my apartment. A lot of gear, a lot of cameras over here. Ooh, yes, indeedly so. The only thing is, why is it sitting about the 640 by 480? I don't know. I'll just change this thing back to where I had it. 640 by 780. It's fine. Looks good. Transformer elves. With alien culture and geography, you could actually feel like an outsider in the new world. That's great, Gianni. You had to immerse yourself in extra directions into it where you had to go. On console without mods, quests were impossible to track. You talk about ESO? Yeah, I don't even have any mods installed on it either. I had a hard time understanding the compass on the game because the game's compass was like, whoa, like really weird. I don't know why it was weird like that, but it was weird. It's just a weird game. So right now we're not on the panel right now. Take my headphones off. So I don't really know how people would react if I ever took my ears off. I mean, the ears I think have become kind of part of my personality. But some days I'm gonna have to take them off, of course, when I take a bath. So, because the glue comes off anyway. Can I tweak the focus a tiny bit? Yeah. I'll just lock this in place. Okay. Whoa. All right. Okay. All right. This could be good. So, just kind of something I do around YouTube. Well, you almost done messing with this thing, stupid screen yet? Yeah. Alright, that's pretty good right there. Ah, I got it. Okay. That's not even. Well, so what? I know it's not straight. It is straight, but it's not straight. Okay. That's just because I got rigs on rigs and adapters and adapters brackets. So. Start an ear pull. Well, I guess we could do pull. Wouldn't kill anybody. Let's see. Let's see. I'll make it simple. Yes or no. Do you like my ears? Question mark. I guess it's a simple question. I guess, do you like my ears? Yes, no. A lot of people actually tell me in person they do. They think that my ears are kind of cool. Well, there you go. There's a poll. I just put one on the screen. I don't know how many people are going to react to it. We'll see. I think a lot of people do because the ears kind of stand out a bit. They find the oops. Okay, come on. Lock in. You know, freaking piece of hardware. Oh, well. Okay. Not that high. Bring it down a bit. There we go. Can you bring it lower? Yeah, okay, there you go. So. Well, I guess if the people like the ears, I don't think most people would be used to seeing me without my ears. I think most people now have seen me with the ears. They've been a part of the show for so long that they would probably be totally unprepared to see me without my ears. First filming these streams, I had no idea what the ears were. Yeah, well, it's funny because originally I had different ears than this, and they were smaller ears, and when I started wearing ears, they were like they were really excruciatingly painful with these headphones. They, yeah. Well, I don't know if I can do a second poll, but right now, people do like the ears. That seems to be the biggest of the score. Yeah. So tonight, 7:00, we're gonna play some World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online. Might play some ESO as well. I mean BFA. I mean World of Warcraft as well. But figure I'll show you more of the ESO side of things. I don't really quite know all the ins and outs of ESO, but I'm getting better at it. So what I'll do is before the show, because they're always sending updates, I'll just go ahead and maybe about a half hour before the show, maybe an hour before the show, I'll start up the ESO and see if ESO is gonna be ready to go. Yeah. Not a big game stream person, but I think there's a panel or something using game. I'm there. Yeah. The panels and games are easy. I also wanted to show people the XL's reach last night because Krista didn't know anything about World of Warcraft, and so I wanted to show her. I'm not doing phone calls, guys. I already told you that. Yeah. Yeah, well, don't go to my voicemail. It's probably somebody trying to sell me car insurance. That's my home phone. I'm not taking calls on the home phone right now. I'll check the voicemail when I get a chance. 99.9% of the time, it's just basically scammers trying to sell me some crap. You know how they are. They're always trying to sell me something. Besides, that's my private home phone number. That's not the public information. So anyway, it is 11:29. It's already getting kind of mighty warm in here. Whoa. It's getting mighty warm in this place. Wow, It looks like right now this poll generally is half and half. Some like the ears, some don't. I like the ears, but I can't vote on it myself, so that would be one more yes. It's too bad they won't stay on when I wash my hair because the glue kind of gives up after a while. I don't know, but I can bet. Let's see. Let's just take something. Let's just see. Nope, no voicemail. Okay. Wow. So, got a lot of things going on. Last night's live stream had a lot of views, which is amazing. I mean, we had so many views. It was kind of amazing, actually. I like the table contents idea because I think that would our chapters idea because it kind of simplifies some things. As long as I can make sure break it down by chapters. But there's no way to easily do that until after the stream's over, because like I said before, they meander. They just meander. They go on and on and on. They just do. So still like to have people come on and join as members and join my Patreon page as well. Really, I really would like to see more people come on Patreon. Why do you think I had more views? Because it was more specifically on Super Volcano, and that was because I know that was in the title, but it messed up on a few other things too. Because when you went to the Super Volcano video, as I kept changing the title every time we changed sections, so I think people got thoroughly confused last night. I mean, if you came on beginning and said it's game time, and then next time we're talking about Yellowstone Super Volcano, there's no using of the tool to change titles of streams. So that's the one thing that makes it hard. Let's see, 10 people watching right now. You're down to 2. I'm down to 2. Oh, interesting. Well, now we're back up to 2. I was still tired from yesterday. I'm actually, to be honest with you guys, I'm going to actually get ready to go take a nap myself. But even so, we had a good show. We covered a lot this morning. So, interesting people complain about the titles. I don't know what the algorithm likes, so maybe they're right. Well, because I covered the Super Volcano, I actually did put in the tags Yellowstone and Super Volcano, because that is what it was about. But here's the thing about live streams and titles. This is based on facts. You have a 4-hour live stream, and it was 4 hours long last night, or pretty close to it. And you start covering, you change the title to represent that you're now talking about Yellowstone Super Volcano. What about what you were talking about at the beginning of the show? So they're going to go through and watch all the stuff that's at the beginning of the show just to get to the part with Yellowstone Super Volcano. That's why I put the link, timestamp in a pinned message so that people can go right to it. Yeah, there's websites on Volcano specifically. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't get it right with God. That's another topic altogether, which is some people tend to forget. Some people, when they talk about God, they're saying to themselves as, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Yeah, but you know what? That doesn't mean he doesn't love you. Well, having your lungs filled up with concrete ash that mixes with your saliva and your wash your lungs, it turns into sharp cutting glass that'll slice up your alveolar sacs. It isn't exactly a fun way to go. No. Be more like you'd be burned. More like throwing a hot dog into a fire kind of thing. You don't actually melt, but you actually start to incinerate. Well, it's like they have to use water to solidify. They do that in Finland. They do that in Iceland. That's how they solidify the lava. I guess the literal translation is pissing on lava. They use fire hoses to cool the lava down to make it solid. It's like a slowly shrinking first into the lava. It was gruesome. That's probably why I would never watch it. I don't like gruesome movies. The real data says it would be like if you imagine a piece of hot dog meat or a frankfurter and throwing it into a campfire. It's just gonna incinerate. That's pretty much what it's gonna do. Remember, the lava is about 3,000 degrees Celsius. You're talking hot, man. Not too much can tolerate the heat of 3,000 to 4,000 degrees Celsius. I mean, the heat rocks up to that temperature. You need an oxyacetylene torch. So, but don't forget the ash is like very fine pumice. It's an obsidian glass. I guess that stuff gets in your lungs. It's gonna start slicing your lungs open from the inside. Kind of like what happens in some ways with the virus did, filling your lungs with fluid. And still can't breathe because now not only is your alveolar sacs being sliced open by the lava dust, but they can't expand and contract. They lose their sponginess. Well, take a piece of pork chop and throw it in the campfire. That's exactly what's going to happen to you. Same thing. You're just going to be incinerated. No, I can eat hot dogs. Eat chicken and pork ones. Yeah. We'll have to see what happens. Dun, 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 dun. Well, guys, I think it is time to get ready to wrap it up. Just to let you guys know that we'll be live at 7 o'clock tonight. We will show you Elder Scrolls Online. We will set that up so you can see that. We play my character Michele in ESO. I gotta figure out what to do with a few things about rejuvenation crystals and things like that. But, okay, so, alright, guys, so for now, do me a favor, stay out of trouble. I want you guys to have a good night, and yeah, I know the poll score is still, well, it's on the end anyway, but it's still pretty close to a tie. It was yes, 44%, no, 56%. Of course, I still have the final say. Every Kyla, who's that? Alright, whatever. Alright, so guys, for now, let's see you later on. Stay out of trouble, and I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Alright, let's wrap it on up. Wrap it on up. See you at 7.